Hello, everyone. Lightning, lightning, lightning. Hear the thunder, hear the thunder. So we got a thunderstorm going on outside. Um, yeah, kind of crazy out there. But time to do my last video of the night before I go to bed. We have the Alice in Wonderland tarot cards. So we just got through watching, getting caught up on Raw. And of course we had a big day. We decided to go out and do some traveling. We went to, in honor of July the 4th. There's really there's no revolutionary battlefields or anything like that to go to in Missouri, of course, because Missouri became a state well after the Revolutionary War. So we do have Civil War battles. So in honor of July the 4th, we kind of go, tradition anyway, try to make our way around some different Civil War battles, although we generally try to keep it local. So, excuse me, just as a tradition. So first we went to Higginsville today just to check out the Confederate. They have a Confederate memorial cemetery. There is an actual cemetery on the property and a chapel, and people will get married sometimes at the chapel there in Higginsville. It's a really nice chapel, and it does date back to actually post Civil War, believe it or not. If I'm telling this correctly, anyway, basically after the Civil War, Confederate soldiers really didn't have, with Union taking over and all that, they really didn't have much of a refuge after the war. And if they found out that you were fighting on the opposite side, you weren't exactly treated with welcome arms. Excuse me, at least not right away. So or whatever. Um, so this is more or less like a refuge that they would go to. It's where the park is, uh, the cemetery park, because it is part of like a state park. But anyway, that whole park used to be like a village, more or less. Different housing in there. The bigger housing was for families, Confederate soldier families, and then there'd be smaller houses in there for like single soldiers. Um, but it's more or less like a refuge. They could live out their life right there on that village or right in that village and be just fine, treated fairly and all of that. So they didn't have to worry about venturing outside, and trying to make friends and all that sort of thing. But anyway, so we went to that one first, and then after that, we went to the Battle of Lexington. We went to the Anderson House, which we've been to a few times, but this is the first time we've actually taken a tour inside the house in a long time. And for the first time, this is the first time I've ever taken a tour inside that house where things aren't taped off. There's nothing there. So, and they said it's like an open museum, more or less. So, like, they have like the old piano there. They've got like old tables there, old furniture, and you can actually touch that stuff. Anything that they got under a glass case, of course, you can't touch it. You can look at it, but you can't touch. But otherwise, you're free to touch it and look at it. It's actually like an open museum. You're free to, if you want to sit at one of the chairs, you can sit at one of the chairs. It's perfectly fine, which is really cool. Because I told Angela, said this is kind of weird for us because like every time I've came in here, everything was usually taped off. You couldn't do hardly anything, and now they've decided. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh, the case of the yawns. But now they've decided to open it up, and where now you can actually go in and do stuff. It's really cool. So we went to the Anderson house. Then we went to the Battle of Lone Jack, which wasn't open today. We weren't aware of that until we got there, and then we discovered it wasn't open. So then we said, you know what, the hell with it. We're gonna go to Brass Armadillo since we still got time to kill, and then we're gonna go home. So we did that today, and then tomorrow we've got other plans. We'll see how well all of that works out. But yeah, we had a fun day, fun evening. Because like I said, we got home, watched Raw, watched a new show that we're getting into. It's on Peacock. If you get that, it's called Traders. So we've been really getting into that show. I think I like the UK version better than I do the US version so far, but it's still really good. It's a very catchy show, and it still keeps me going all the way through. So, very good show. Anyway, we just wrapped up that the second season of the U.S. version. I believe it just came out on Peacock, so we just watched it. Um, so now I'm going to look at our cards, of course, and then flip another one. So this is the one I got yesterday, which was upside down, but I did it this way so I could remind myself. But that was the card. So now I gotta remind myself of what it was, and if it fits in. I believe. Oh hell! I just opened it right up to it. How about that? Them apples. Sometimes you can be difficult to accept change. Something about it. Okay, so accepting change and how difficult it was. I don't know how well that fit into today because today's ordeal had nothing to do with change whatsoever. We kind of kept with somewhat of the tradition. Well, I showed Angela some of my tradition. Now we may add another part of it as we go because we're off all week. But anything she can think of, we'll incorporate. But yeah, that's pretty much that in a nutshell. I didn't really see anything that I didn't see any change that we had to do or anything like that. Had a fun day. Normal vacation day as far as that goes is out having fun, relaxing, and not worrying about work. Won't worry about that until next week. So now we flip another card. It's time to flip and see what I got. This one's upside down. King of Spears. King of Spears. So that's what this card looks like, but it was reversed. But this is what it looks like. So King of Spears. And it was reversed. So let's see what King of Spears is. Oh, that's Knight of Spears. I'm sorry. I said that wrong. It is Knight of Spears. So, Knight of Spears, and it was upside down. Alright, so Knight of Spears. If it was right side up, like the king and a king. Oh, man, I'm screwing up here. Like the Queen of Hearts, dutiful card soldiers, the Knight of Spears is always ready for action. He bravely charges forward to meet the challenges head on. If you've been procrastinating or wondering when the time will be right for your move, this is your sign to square your shoulders up and hit it head on and act now. But I got to read it first. So reverse Knight of Spears becomes unfocused, irritable, and scattered as a fallen pack of cards. He's not using energy wisely, so he's not seeing the desired outcome. It's time to regroup, refocus, and get your thoughts in order before carrying on. So we will see if this um, refocus thing has anything to do with tomorrow at all. Because again, I'm on vacation. I don't really care. I mean, maybe I should refocus, but I ain't really worried about refocusing until Monday, until I go back next Monday. Right now, like I said, I'm on vacation. I ain't worried about focusing or not focusing or whatever, but we'll see how well this pans out anyway. So that is my card. This is it right side up, but this is how I got it. So we'll just put it at the back of the deck, and then we'll see how that goes, and I will inform you on that one. But in the meantime, that is all I got for you all for today. It is late, and I still need to check out Jason's video before I go to bed, as I always do, and see what his answer was for the question of the day. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys for the Alice in Wonderland tarot card deck for today. So that is all she wrote on that. And I will bid thee all adieu. So have a good one. Peace out, and I will see you all later. Bye.